welcome back to We the Church, the podcast where we're talking all things church related, questions about the church, the things that we as the church want the world to know about us.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's our final episode. Can you believe it?
I'm pretty bummed about it.
It feels like we literally just started.
It does
and it's
feel
already
like
over. But it's been really fun, right?
Yes.
This is episode 4.
Yes.
And today we're talking about what we believe the church should do to serve others.
Yeah. You're Johnny.
I'm Johnny.
I'm Jerry. So happy to be with you guys.
Yes.
And our expert for this week is Stephen Moon.
Stephen Moon. Come on in, Stephen Moon. Welcome in, man.
Yeah. So
Go ahead and put these on.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
Get those headphones on so you
We're
can hear
official
us.
around here.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
This is an official podcast. I don't know if
very
you knew that.
professional.
You're like in my ears.
We're now in your ears. This is all working stuff.
Oh,
it
yes.
actually is working in
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Mic check. All right,
Yes.
we're good.
Yeah.
So, by the way, nice hoodie.
Oh,
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't get the
Same
memo.
hoodies.
Yeah.
Nope.
Jerry didn't
It's
get the-
okay.
Jerry
That was
didn't get the memo.
intentional.
Got it.
Stephen, you're the South Bay SS ambassador, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Out there in
Awesome.
South Bay.
Happy to have you with us today.
So Stephen, you recently got married, right?
did.
Yes, that is super exciting. But at the same time, I'd rather hear about snacks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
boring.
Ooh,
Yeah,
It's
boring.
boring. Marriage is boring.
Boring.
Talk about
Boring
snacks.
marriage.
Snacks is so much better.
Snacks,
Yes.
way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
I have 5 snacks, and I want you to list them from 1 being the best, just the ultimate best snack ever, to 5 being like, it's good, but not your first grab, or 5 being you hate it.
right.
I
Yeah.
don't know how you feel about
You gotta
these.
tell us.
Yeah.
Like, does 5 mean you hate it at the end, or is 5 just like it's
Yeah.
not number 1?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
So let me give you your list.
All right, here we go.
Double stuffed Oreos.
Double stuffed Oreos. Okay.
Okay. Goldfish.
Goldfish.
Doritos. Well, original nacho cheese.
Okay.
Nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flaming hot Cheetos.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then original Pringles.
Original Pringles.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the
Alright.
plain salted Pringles we're saying,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Well, good thing I have about like 32 years of experience of eating snacks. So
Oh,
here we
good,
go.
good.
That's good.
Right off the bat, when I heard it, I'm gonna say Flaming Hot Cheetos was number 1.
Number 1.
Oh, Flaming Hot
Solid
Cheetos.
choice.
You can't go wrong with it.
Can't go wrong.
I can't handle spice.
Oh,
love that
can't
for you.
handle spice. But okay, I guess I
Yeah.
love it. So
You're missing
number
out,
1.
Jerry.
You really are. All right, Flaming Hot Cheetos, number 1. The second one. Oh gosh, you got me at double. All right, the Oreos.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Regular Oreos not in the game.
Yeah,
Take them off the
absolutely.
shelves.
I've always said that they should just call double stuffed Oreos
Oreos.
and the other one's half stuffed
Exactly.
Oreos. Or Oreos light.
100%.
Yes.
Because what's
that
the
is the
point of
most
that?
true
Diet
thing you've
Oreos.
said on this podcast.
The most true thing I've ever.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. Double stuffed Oreos, number 2, definitely. And then I'm going to go with. Oh gosh, this is not easy. I'm
We
gonna
get
go
Goldfish,
with.
Pringles, and Doritos.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Doritos.
Doritos number 3.
Doritos.
Great
I love
choice.
Doritos.
Love
Doritos.
Doritos.
I actually prefer nacho cheese over Cool Ranch. I feel like that's
depends my
controversial.
mood.
You.
But anyway, we're talking.
Yeah,
This is you.
this
This
is
is you
you.
right now.
Yes,
This
yes,
is you.
yes. I'm going Doritos. Doritos has
Okay.
to be. And then I have to go with Goldfish, just because it's a classic.
Classic.
Okay.
Classic. And then original, since it was original. If
True.
Pringles
Okay.
was a
Just
different
boring.
flavor, yeah, it's plain. So
That's fair.
I'll rate number
But you
5.
like all of those.
I do love all of them.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
I-
5 isn't like a bad. It's just like not my first choice, but still good.
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely. I love it.
Well, perfect. Well, thank
Yeah.
you for giving us the hard, we like to start with the hard hitting stuff,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go into the lighter. So just kidding. Let's get into it. We're talking about serving others today. That's our topic. You're an expert this week. I'm gonna start here. I think some people, maybe some people that are Christians, but I think a lot of the world definitely believes this, that the church really doesn't care about serving others, about caring for the world. What would you respond to that? How would you respond to that?
I would say that if that was really true, I think the moment that we had a relationship with Jesus, that we accepted him into our lives, he would have taken us up to heaven, right? If he didn't really want us to take care of this world and not really care about this world, I think it would beam me up Jesus, right? At that moment that we come into relationship,
Good
we're
reference.
good. Yeah, we're done, right? But I mean, I understand the principle of it. Like we're supposed to put, as Christians, we put our hope in our eternal home, right? Our heaven, our future home.
Yeah.
But I believe that God is still obviously giving us a reason of why we still remain in this world after we come into relationship with him. And that's so that we can help out with what's going on in our current world and current home that we're living in.
Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely. Love that.
Pastor Rick, our senior pastor at Saddleback, he always says that there's only two things that you can do in this world that you can't do in heaven.
Yeah.
One is like serve others, tell others about Jesus, and sin. And he always says, well, which one do you think he wants you to do while you're here, right? Obviously, so I love that. But at the same time, when we talked about this last week, that oftentimes Christians are viewed and actually hypocrites sometimes, that we can be selfish sometimes. So what do you think we can do to help people see the truth about who we are? Where should we start?
Absolutely. I think a great starting point, I think there's a lot of places that we can start, but a great starting point is walk the walk of faith, right? It's like, I think we've done enough talking of what we believe in as Christians. And so now it's time for us to do what we're actually saying, put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we were to help others see the truth, I think that's the best way, and that's a great place to start even for our listeners and even for ourselves as adults. And I think that's a way that we can better keep ourselves accountable. Not only claiming to follow Jesus, but actually doing it. And I saw a really great billboard. It said that love thy neighbor thing, I meant it. And then it was like, it was God. God's quote.
Mic drop.
Yeah, mic drop. Yeah,
He actually means it when he says love your
Exactly.
neighbor. I think where some people get stuck sometimes, though, is they don't know where to start. They feel like it's such this big task.
It is.
We see how broken the world is. We see all the problems that exist in the world. So we don't exactly know where to start, especially young people. They're like, what difference can I really make? What can I really do? So would you say it's possible just to really start to make a difference, just one person, one good thing at a time?
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely believe in the one person principle, where it's kind of like that water drop on top of a surface, If one water drop just hits the water, it's that ripple effect. And you don't know what kind of effect or how far that effect is going to carry, but that one drop is going to carry out such a wide ripple effect. And it's belief in this kind of, thinking that really God, and trusting in God, that he can use us, each and every one of us, one person at a time, one story at a time. And he's been doing this since the beginning, So I believe that it's the one person principle, where whoever is willing to say, Lord, here I am, send me, quoting Isaiah, he will use one person to really change the nations, the masses.
Yeah, absolutely. Even thinking back to week 1, we had Dawson on the podcast, and he talked about how it was this one senior guy who roped him in. Right. And because of that, now Dawson is the pastor at San Clemente campus, getting to impact students.
Right. You never know the impact that one good deed, one good act, one smile, simple things can do to impact somebody else.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So I think starting there, sometimes we get in the way. We get in this mindset of maybe we're too selfish, kind of to take that step, to be that person, to be that one little droplet. So what do you think, for our listeners, is one practical step they can do right now to not be selfish?
Right. And I think Johnny said it really, really well. Where it's talking about, like, we might think that we're too young, or we might think, we're just one person. What difference can one person make? But I think it's understanding that I can make a difference if I care. So that practical step of caring, because we need that right now, like more than any time that we've ever. Yeah. We need to show that we care. And I know that when I reached out to people, like, friends and believers and non-believers, every time I just ask them, like, how are you doing? And just asking, what's your story? They have been able to vent. They have been able to share. But at the end of every conversation, I know that I'm genuinely greeted by, hey, thanks for asking. Or, like, I really needed this. And you're just really when we just take a moment to care for other people, we see that people respond so well to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think more than anyone else, we as Christians should be modeling this.
Absolutely.
That we show that we actually care. It's not for any reason. That's so we look good. It's not even to trick people into becoming Christians. That's not our goal, right? Like, we genuinely want people to understand that we care about them because we've been loved by Jesus And because of that, we want to show them the same love that we have for them and that Jesus has for them.
Absolutely.
So I love those thoughts, Stephen. Any final thoughts as we wrap up?
As my final thought, I know that when I was a student, whenever I would hear my pastor or whenever I hear, like leaders in the church talk about this, I would dismiss myself. I'd be like, oh, that's the active kids, the active, the SSM worship kids. That's their job, the leadership's job to do. And I would take myself out of the message. But I think I want to encourage every student that when I say every student, I mean every student. We all have a role to play and we all can make a difference.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest thing is we might not understand what results are going to come out of it, what fruits are going to come out of just being nice to somebody, but it's going to carry on and it's going to kind of be like this contagious faith kind of thing where I believe that God is going to do something with this interaction and just doing it and just being kind and being loving, and everybody has a role to play in that.
So good.
That was
Love
great.
it.
Love that.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here with us,
thank you
Stephen.
so much, Stephen.
For
Appreciate
closing
having you
out
here.
Yes,
week
sir.
4. This was it.
That's
this
it.
was
We're
our
canceled.
final
We're
podcast.
canceled. We got canceled, didn't we?
Yes, our sponsors did pull out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is it. We are being evicted.
But we'll see them next week.
No, we will not. This is the end, Johnny.
This is it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But thanks so much for joining us on this journey. Thanks for being
it's been
active
fun.
Listeners.
Some great experts.
Great experts.
Stephen, you're the best. Don't tell any of the others.
Yeah.
They will never know.
I hope you guys learned something, and thanks for joining us for We the Church.
Awesome.
All right, sweet. Let's cut.